I just opt out of this questionnaire or no?
Opt out of the questionnaire. You can. So when it's like, what gender are you? You're like, I don't know if I want to answer
NA.
that. And they not available. Just not.
No,
It's
North
not. I don't want to
American.
answer that.
North
It's
American, son.
gender.
American. No, but
Oh, my
basically,
gender is North American too. I'll be honest with
exactly.
you.
So I'm basically rooting for NoRegreT, but I do love Jason. Very, very well, let's go ahead and introduce him here. But we're gonna be here on Arena. And our first player representing Storm Gaming. Give it up for the Red Zerg player, NoRegreT.
And his opponent in the top left-hand corner, the blue Terran, it is Jason
Juggernaut Jason.
from the Cosmic Cloud Militia.
Such a
And he doesn't have his clan tag showing. Interesting, but he's got the little logo. You can set that, right? To not have your clan tag showing or whatever.
I didn't know. That's
I
something
didn't know
new.
that either, but evidently you can, because
Talk
I want to do
about
that.
this though, Drenok. 14
NoRegreT.
coming out of NoRegreT. And if I know NoRegreT, a lot of the times you will see on Arena the 3 Ravager Rush, but
Yeah.
Jake usually likes Banelings, and I'm wondering if he's going to adopt this kind of style with the Ravagers because it is Arena, but ideally,
Let's see.
it would be better to Ravager Rush, but I still think that a Baneling bust could work out, depending on if he decides to go for it.
I've
Doesn't
seen NoRegreT do a multitude of different builds on this, whether it be a
Seems like a
6
ling
ling
drop.
without gas, or, yeah, ling drops he's also done a few times, and you really got to remember, for a while, Bly's build, the 2 base, quick roach play was very, very popular, and it's still very popular, and it's great that Jason scouted this, because sometimes you just assume they're going to go early roach. However, NoRegreT is sending over those 6 slings, taking a natural off the back of this. Very early aggressive opener, and thankfully for Jason, he made the CC on the high ground. But with that, generally, I've seen a gasless opener and a gas opener, but either way, you can just deny the natural. You can kill the SCV, and they can't do anything.
Yep, and already going for that. Oh my god, he's gonna go for the depot before it is able to complete. He can't repair it until it's done. The SCV goes down, but it will complete.
But it may
right
not
in
be
the nick
enough.
of time.
Oh,
Right in the nick of
barely
time.
enough. Lings
Wow.
are here, but they do cause SCVs to be pulled, mining to not be mined, and at least the Lings now are going to deny that natural, but we have double Reaper from Jason. He knows he needs to push out, do something for himself, but NoRegreT off the back of this, throw it out of Baneling Nest.
Well, it looks like this is a perfect position to do a Baneling bust. All you need are 5 Banelings in order to kill that reactor as well as the 2 depots. So I think what he's going to do here, since
He
he's
got the
already
entire wall.
Yep. He should be able to do it here, Drenok. I
Oh,
think he's
man.
just going to go for it. 2 Reapers are going to be pretty good, though.
2 Reapers feeling confident, move down, trying to get out of the way. It looks like they will get out of the way. The Lings of NoRegreT are unable to do anything, and I love how NoRegreT's splitting up his Lings. The 2 Reapers only see, oh, okay, there's only like 6 Lings right there, but no, as a matter of fact, in total out on the map, there are 20 Lings. Now, there are 4 Banelings being morphed in. There is Marines, there is some Reapers for Jason on the defense, but he doesn't have a siege tank, doesn't have some big factory tech unit to be able to fall back onto. Doesn't even have a bunker. I think he may have had a bunker earlier, but he may have salvaged it, but he's got 2 more racks on the way, and here's the flood coming in, and it's not even down. This Blood Depot's not down. Banelings are going for the Reapers, trying to kill some of these workers, or pardon me, trying to kill some of these attacking units. Banelings really being microed quite well, but the Ling flood is into the main. Lings are going for the CC.
Right to the
Lings
now
going for the
reactor.
racks,
Boom,
and-
boom,
Yep.
bow.
Oh, man.
He's not
The
doing
Banelings are
it.
just hanging. Literally, the Banelings just hanging
What
right there, man. He's not going to
What
do
are they
anything.
doing?
Just
They're
hanging.
chilling out, not doing anything here, and now he's going to be losing a lot of his Lings, but
There we
goes the
go.
reactor,
Finally.
but I don't know. That is a lot of Lings against a lot of SCVs, and I think NoRegreT might just not have enough here.
Interesting stutter of those Banelings. There was some phenomenal micro in the natural base trying to kill the Reapers, trying to kill the bio, but it never quite happened, and they were sniped eventually. Really great play from both these players micro-wise, but NoRegreT was unable to capitalize in the way he would have liked to. 10 more Lings are now on the way, but notice NoRegreT is not droned at all at his natural. He's making more Banelings, he's making more Lings, and Jason on 2CC and 2 Orbital Command, more importantly. He's going to be able to hold for a while and have a very strong economy, while NoRegreT, he's got to start to look at what his future looks like.
I don't know. I feel like the first initial attack did not do enough for NoRegreT, but he is going to continue to push the issue. And I just don't know what he's supposed to do from here. That's a lot of Reapers, and with the grenades, it's going to be very hard in order to actually break Jason. He's going to go for it anyway, though.
Man, there are so many Banelings in total, 6 Banelings. They're going directly for the supply depot this time. They take it down, 2 of them survive. There's a couple of nice placed KD8 charges, yet I don't think it's going to be enough. The Lings go directly towards the jugular of Jason. That is his workers, completely trying to kill them down. And oh, there's a couple of Reapers for Jason, but it still is a little bit hard. He's getting run around. There's no mining, and still, though, NoRegreT is not making drones. Now, it's not the biggest deal, but he's got to be very wary because Jason's lost a lot, but he's mining pretty hard. Yet now the natural at the natural is putting itself potentially at jeopardy. It's now in a precarious position where it may be sniped.
It really is right now, and the fact that that wall has been broken is going to get remade by Jason, and he has a lot of Reapers here. So the more Reapers that come out, the less effective this Baneling bust will be, and I think NoRegreT already sees it. Gonna GG, Jason will take game number 1. Wow.
NoRegreT pushed hard, did really well, but just didn't connect with SCVs. Period. Didn't connect with SCVs.
He needed to get there. I mean, we saw a lot of Banelings like chilling out, not really doing anything, right? And then like all of a sudden it was like, oh shit, I have Banelings, and then it was a little bit too late. I think Jason realized what was going on and he defended it perfectly. So.
Definitely. Game 2 will be pre-on terraces, though. Lots of possibilities in a ZVT, and especially with NoRegreT. I feel like whenever there's gold bases that are readily available, it's like, oh, NoRegreT. NoRegreT.
He loves maps that have gold bases on them, and he said, hey, let's make a nice creative map that has gold bases at every single mineral patch instead of only the natural.
Why not?
I think it should be alright. He should have the advantage when it comes to his style, but Jason knows. He knows NoRegreT, you know? Like, he's like, okay, you're gonna do something crazy like that. So what do you do as a Terran player when you're expecting something very aggressive like that?
As a Terran, well, generally you're playing it safe. What that means is you're making CC in your main, of course, doing a lot of stuff like that, and that's how Jason won that first game. He stayed up in his main, he stayed safe. Now, you have a natural, you have a gold base. In this situation where our player in the bottom right, the red Zerg from Sightstorm Gaming, it's NoRegreT. Situation where NoRegreT, even if the pressure fails, he can fall back onto a gold base.
Look at that beautiful logo, though. Can you zoom in on that, Damon? Oh, finally we got Reddit Flair, by the way. So if you guys want to represent Sightstorm Gaming on Reddit, go on and check it out. Look at that. But on the other side of things, we got our Cloud, I believe, Militia. It is!
Cosmic Cloud Militia.
Cosmic Cloud Militia. Juggernaut Jason. Really cool guy. He does stream quite a bit too. Has been accused of quote-unquote stream cheating or hacking, even though he proved it that he wasn't. And, you know, very, very cool and collected streamer. As almost the Terran Neuro, but...
Oh, that's a big statement. I like it, though.
Hasn't like broken out in that kind of way just yet. So definitely keep your eyes on him, as well as Jake, aka NoRegreT, who has been busting his ass when it comes to streaming as well. You know, I think he's going to be doing some cool talk shows as well. So I would definitely pay more attention to that. Yeah.
Looks like Jason is, of course, opening up with a very early scout. Again, it was not just the map last game already which caused him to do that. It's his overall play. He's making sure he knows what's going on. Spots what I believe is a hatch gas pool from NoRegreT and sees, okay, everything's going pretty normal. But now it's always in the back of people's head, well, I mean, you have that gold, and there is that wave you can ride. There's a small moment of opportunity where you have the influx, and you can lord that over your opponent if they have not done the same and have not gone evenly. Now you can even see Jason like, oh, you're going to take a third. I know you play weird, but now NoRegreT is the aggressive type player, and Jason will take his natural, but you can see even adding on a reactor off the back of that, he's preparing for that influx of minerals, and overall, neither player is really taking too big of a step in the offense or defense.
No, nothing too crazy going on here just yet, you know? I feel like we may see something out of NoRegreT very soon, depending on what it is that he decides to go for. But I think we also do need to pay attention a bit to our Terran player, who is going for a second command center and then going for the factory. I highly doubt, maybe he will, but like, I don't think he's going to go for like a really fast third command center, even though he's only on 1 gas. He might, but I think he's going for it, man. Yeah.
Well, For that third CC, it's a risky position. He does go for the third CC in his main, and you got to remember that natural base mines out much quicker. But those third bases, with that gold being a third before, when it was, you could take that, and even though it was really open, it was a gold base. You had a much stronger economy, it was okay. And you can see you have to take a longer third base. It's gold, but it's gold. It's longer, it's farther away, but it's gold, it's okay. And now overall, it's very precarious for Terran to be able to do that. As Zerg, you can start to just shoot up across the right-hand side of the map and kind of make an arc over. And so it can be easier for Terran to hit the right-hand side and kind of pressure you in more unique ways depending on your location. But overall, I don't know if it's wise for Jason to take that third. I think it's so easy for a counterattack to come from the right-hand side now.
Yep.
If you're not taking that. But my guess is, yes, if Jason takes the bottom left, though, then it's so easy for counterattack to hit that. There's no good place for Jason to do this tempo.
Yeah, he would have to take the front one and just try to defend there and hope that NoRegreT is not going to do anything kind of crazy. But it's our boy Jake, man. He's going to be making this go up. It's like the 4th of July, and he's not even American. Well, he is North American technically, but
he's basically American then. Let's be honest, he's American then.
He's more American than we would ever want to be, yeah.
I mean, what other continents are on North America? I don't know. Maybe America?
Wow. Oh, I thought that was going to be a lot worse. Here come the banelings here, and you notice it is going to be 5. That is the magic number, but I think you need more than 5 only because usually one baneling will get sniped up if you're not going for a really early baneling bust.
Especially with a bunker.
Yeah. So, this is a very interesting little
the one thing's like, oh, there's no Widowmine. No way. No Widowmine. But there is a Widowmine! Oh! And the Widowmine goes off, and the banelings do not break it down, but the SCVs are not being pulled. They were forced up into the main. They assumed that that bunker was going to go down either way. The supply teams are up, but they're not quite up in time. And the Lings are going to get into the main. Now the SCVs are providing a wonderful wall and a meat shield for the Marines to do their damage, but the Lings of NoRegreT are getting a multitude of damage done into Jason in total. They pick up 9 kills, and now the natural base's supply team is going to go down. Yes, there's going to be a Liberator, but if NoRegreT acts quick enough, he should be able to deny anything in the natural. And off the back of this, for NoRegreT, he's going to start moving into Spire.
Yeah. So it's really cool that he's done this already. It makes it almost seem like he's all in. But remember, we're on Prion Terraces, so NoRegreT does have 3 bases. He has the great gold mineral income, and he's denied the gold income out of his Terran opponent. So he's going to continue to get further and further ahead as long as he... Like, how many drones does he have? 39 drones. So that might seem like a small number, but look at the actual saturation here, yeah.
Only 4 or 5 workers ahead, NoRegreT is, but NoRegreT has almost double the income in total, and Jason kind of like, he's like, oh, this isn't going too well, sending a Liberator to the top right. NoRegret's literally just sending his Overlords through the middle, and this is a position where, because you're now forced as Zerg to kind of take the top right one, as I was mentioning, or the farther away gold, you really can just start to hook around and deny any thirds if you want to.
Yeah, I think what happens here, look at the bank of NoRegreT. You would think like, oh my god, this guy, he can't macro, but like you get so many minerals from double gold that you need macro hatches. You simply cannot produce enough larvae with that, at least what was it, the nerf, to only 3 larvae?
Yep.
You simply can't, you know, if you're going to go a Ling style, but it's for the mutas. We're going to see a lot of that. There it goes. Here come the mutas. Yep. 6 already in production. That Liberator's going ham, though.
I do love these gold bases, their architecture. I love their architecture a lot because you can see Liberators easily, at least the natural gold base, can deny half of all the mineral mining. There's 3 gold patches and easily can go up and deny that. I love that.
That Liberator should not have that many kills, man.
Oh, man. But because they're dealing with this other Liberator. Liberator at the natural base is denying half of the gold income, while the Liberator in the main takes and preoccupies the attention of NoRegreT. NoRegreT is going to have to pull back again. This is buying a lot of time for Jason. Jason takes a third, moves out his bio, gets his Widowmines in positions, and overall, Jason's in a nice position, but his main is a little bit open if NoRegreT took a dive into that.
The turrets are just now beginning. Can NoRegreT get those Mutalisks inside of the, or rather into the main, or is that third gonna just be sacrificed? I mean, Jason has to realize that he only has so many units and he needs to defend so many locations right now. I don't know, man.
A lot of Widowmines.
Yeah, I think the Widowmines are gonna be very key. I think they're gonna be so key.
Mutas are posturing for what I believe is a surround once the banelings are done, but it looks like NoRegret's going to fall back, reconvene, everyone's together, and oh, Widowmine looks like one goes off. The second one is gonna go off. For a second, it may not have if Jason had sniped it. But now NoRegreT moves in. One bunker, two bunkers, two Widowmines, and a huge Widowmine hit goes off.
Oh my god. It got rid of all of those Zerglings, but here come the Banelings into the mineral line. A lot of the SCVs are gonna go down, but this is a big force out of Jason that can push away the Mutalisks. And damn, that Widowmine hit though, Drenok. What? I thought the NoRegreT had Lings, and then all of a sudden they were gone. They were just gone.
Placed Widowmines from NoRegreT can get some nice angles into the army heading into that third base. And if they come from the left-hand side of the map, go for a counterattack like they are right when the Widowmines move out of the way. Sucks for Jason. They could have done even more damage. It looks like NoRegreT saying, you know what, I can't go front, I can't go ham, I can't go full frontal. I'm just going to go from multiple places at once and, you know, go through the back door, Kappa.
Well, I guess that isn't a bad idea at all.
It's even though not the worst idea, you know?
It's not the worst idea. I love the creep spread out of NoRegreT, by the way. It is going to get cleaned up a bit here by Juggernaut Jason, but he still isn't... Actually, he's mining comfortably from the third base for now.
Oh.
God, these Widowmines are so good.
There's two more Widowmines right there in beautiful positions. They're going to go off onto the Mutalist, but there is a lot of Banelings kind of forcing, spreading out the majority of this bio. But once they are gone, the bio can reconnect together and push back, force back these Mutas. Yep. The Mutas fall back onto more Banelings, but each time NoRegreT falls on to less Banelings. It does have a very strong economy, but right now, Jason actually has about a quarter more.
Whoa, stop. NoRegreT is making a hive. Can we get a screenshot here? Holy crap, I've never seen this before. Hold up.
Never seen a hive? What is it?
No, NoRegreT. He's making a hive. He's making a hive. I've never seen NoRegreT make a hive before. Alright, I took a screenshot. Okay, so basically right now, we're not seeing any real upgrades coming out of NoRegreT, but he's going to get to hive. Try to get to ultra. He's kind of controlled it a bit, but he allowed Jason to actually stabilize. And that is a big deal, in my opinion here. If you're going to go for hive, because you're not going to be using your gas for Banelings anymore. You're trying to save them up for ultras and the adrenal the adrenal glands upgrades.
You just made 6 more mutas, 4, 5, 6 more mutas in total, and he's pumping a very gas-heavy army. I'd love to see him go ultras tempo. I think that's a decent decision. That's his next step of the game, next step of the counters, but I'm not sure if it's going to work, and Jason is already kind of trying to get ready. I'd rather see a few overlords for a big drop into the main. I think that could be pretty cool, but looks like for now it's not going to be what happens. NoRegreT pressures in the main with mutas, while Lings and Banelings are going to angle on into that third base, looking for a trajectory, but, I mean, NoRegreT might as well just commit into the main and not draw the army to that third, so the bio, or pardon me, Baneling can go in unencumbered.
Yep, he wants Jason to move into the main with all of his army. He's gonna fight with the mutas, and this isn't a really good trade, only because, yeah, you get gold minerals, but you don't get gold gas. He's gonna try to go ahead and move on in with these Lings and the Banelings. They are moving on in. That's a good hit if he can get it, but it's not gonna be that great. It looks like even these Banelings, oh my god, what is happening? So many crazy hits there, but Jason will hold. He will sustain, and now he has a fourth base that NoRegreT was not able to break, and he lost a good amount of mutas for that.
Jason is a phenomenal array of tools on his defensive list. He's got bunkers, he's got Widowmines, and they're all spread out super well. He's even got a sensor tower at his third base. He's got missile turrets. He has everything, even his couple supply depots. Really, right now, Jason is just these big cliffs in the ocean, and NoRegreT is the ocean. He is breaking against them, but each time he breaks and cannot do anything.
He's Johnny Tsunami right now.
Yeah, NoRegreT is going to tsunami on the left and the right, but I think Jason, once again, is be okay. It looks like he cleans up the Lings, while at the same time Jason is pushing out. He is literally smashing into the waves at this point. The rocks are starting to tumble straight through him.
Yeah, this is actually
Ooh, that third base is not going to be defended right there. Looks like a couple bio. There's the bio that defended third base. Both counterattacks of NoRegreT have been defended by Jason, and that means no Lings for Banelings tempo.
Oh, he's supply blocked. NoRegreT is in a lot of trouble right now. He's trying to hold on right now, but like the Liberators are going to be sieging up by that fourth base, and I don't think NoRegreT has enough. He can't just go Ling Bane here. The upgrades are favoring our Terran player. The Ultras are not ready yet, and he doesn't have enough mutas to even, like, pull the army back. He can't do anything here. He's gonna lose his base right now, and down goes that base. Even though it is mined out, the drones are like, dog, where do we go? Not into the bullets, dude. You're allergic to those drones?
Very allergic. 5 Ultras are on the way, but There are literally no melee upgrades, Tempo. No armor upgrades. There is nothing. He's going to kite his plate, and he's going to believe after that point there's almost enough bio to simply kite ultras, and that's something that that's the ultra never wants to feel. The ultra generally doesn't feel that, and it's something the ultra never wants to happen. You want to be able to...
What about 7 ultras, man? There are no support for 7. No infestors, but...
7. I mean, I honestly... With half a mind to kite, one's down, second's going to go down. Third's probably going to go down. They just dissolved the bio. They need those upgrades. Yeah. They need to be at +7 armor. They need something. They need Kiting plating. Kiting is going to be good, and 3, 4, 5 are down already. The mutas are dead, and I think Jason's going to be good for this game 1 of a best of 3.